G'day folks, and welcome to the channel. For this episode of our world building project, we are going to look at some of the citizens of the town of Dusk, and for that we are going to talk to one of the locals, Gumpty Gumshoe. So Gumpty, tell us a little bit about Dusk first.
Dusk? Ha! That's a place you won't find in any guidebook, I'll tell you that much. It's a hodgepodge of ramshackled huts and sagging buildings, all sinking into the muck like they're tired of fighting it. There's no roads to speak of, just fog and swamp water. You'll need a raft and a guide to get there, one who knows his ways around the swamp like the back of their hand. You try to find it on your own, and you'll be lost before you even know it. Now Dusk, it ain't a part of no city, and that's exactly how the folks like it. It's the kind of place where laws don't mean much, and it's a home to a whole mess of people who don't fit anywhere else. Bounty hunters, prospectors, and every kind of outlaw you can think of. Everyone's looking for something, treasure, revenge, or maybe just a place to hide from their past. It's a real melting pot of bad decisions and desperate folks. So yeah, Dusk is dangerous, but it's also got a certain appeal, you could say. If you're brave enough, or foolish enough, to work the swamp, it could be your ticket to something big, but it ain't for the faint of heart. You go in, and you might leave with a pocket full of gold, or you might leave with a knife in your back. Can't say I haven't seen both.
Well, that sounds dangerous. Must have some dangerous folks in there. You tell us about them while I draw a picture.
Well, there's always folks passing through. Some of the toughest found throughout Winter's Edge have stayed here, but yeah, there's a few Long Stayers you need to be aware of before you start poking your nose in their business. One of the big ones is the Swamp Mother, the old lizard crone who runs the general store. Everyone's scared of her, especially those redbacks won't come near the place, which is funny, because they run roughshod over every other inch of this damn swamp. Even their blight souls stay away. Rumor is she was an elder shaman of that redback tribe before they started worshipping some prophet. That didn't sit well with the Swamp Mother, who said this newcomer was a false prophet and some sort of faction war broke out. I guess the Swamp Mother lost the popularity contest and walked. I try not to speculate on that old crone. She guards her secrets closely, and bad things to happen to any fool that crosses her. You help her out though, and maybe she'll start talking over a cheap whiskey or two. Now the other one you gotta watch out for is Mayor Arthur. And don't forget his bodyguard, Juan. We call him 1 1/2 on account of the mayor being a little fella, but don't let him hear you call him that. He might be short in stature, but the man's got a mean streak a mile wide and a hand as heavy as a hammer. He runs Dusk with an iron fist, and don't you forget it. He's got a whole crew of bounty hunters under his thumb. They stick around because he's got all their coin and it's the safest place for them to lay low. You want trouble in Dusk? You mess with Arthur, and the next thing you know, there's a bounty on your head. Or worse yet, Juan will come along and bust you up. Real quiet like. The big fella doesn't say much, but his hammer, well, that does all the talking. And it makes some real solid arguments, if you catch my drift. Now, if you're looking for work, Mayor Arthur might have a contract for you. Though it ain't the kind of job you walk away from without getting your hands dirty. It's all about settling scores, putting down folks across the line in the town. It's bloody work, but it'll put you on the right side of what passes for law in this town. Just don't forget, you're either with Arthur, or you're a contract. Now Coop is the barkeeper of the Grim Shank. He's even quieter than Juan, but he's been with Arthur since the start, so he deserves a mention. Rumor is he has a knack for numbers and keeps the town's books all up in his head. The bounty hunters that have accounts with him protect that head at all costs. And the big albino lizard man, the one they call Slanker, has made a fearsome reputation for himself lately and spends a lot of time in the Grim Shank, sucking up a bunch of the contracts that get pinned on the board there. You cross the wrong person, and he'll probably be the one they send after you. And that's about it. There's more, of course, all sorts roll in every day looking for their one big score. Most don't amount to much, though. Hey, but I've heard a couple of juicy rumors. Some potential earnings. Stick around and maybe we'll make some coin.
Well, thanks Gumpty, and thanks listeners. That's all for this session. I'll have a handout of Dusk for my Patreon shortly, and I'm going to see you in the next episode. Bye.